Greeks. The Greeks, as I had mentioned, are theoretical pricing inputs that help us understand how our value, how that option value might change according to a number of external factors in the market. The Greek that most people are familiar with is delta. What delta is, it's the expected change in the value of that option for every $1 change in the stock price. The higher the delta, the more correlated those options are to the stock. So if we had, for example, an 80 delta and the stock moves up $1, our option is going to change by 80 cents or 80% of the change of the stock price. If we had a 20 delta option, there's a less correlation. So that's only going to move 20% for every $1 move in the stock. High delta options approach 1, low delta options approach 0. Speed is something that people use to describe delta, how quickly my option is going to change as that market changes. But some people also look at delta as the probability of my option finishing in the money. Now, in the money is a pricing concept called moneyness, and we've got in the money, at the money, and out of the money. In the money options have what we call intrinsic value, inherent value to that contract. If stock is trading $50 and I've got a $45 call, inherently that option is worth $5. That would be the intrinsic value. And because it has inherent value, we call it in the money, right? I can exercise that contract today, turn around and sell my stock, and I've got money in my pocket. So that option is in the money. At the money is where your stock price and your strike price are roughly equal. Out of the money is where, for a call option, your strike price is above where stock is trading. But the thing about in the money, at the money, out of the money is that it's going to determine the value of that contract that you are buying or selling. That's just a kind of an aside to moneyness and in, at, and out of the money. But when it comes to the deltas, call options have what we call positive or long deltas because they're positively correlated. When we're buying a call option, we want that stock price to go up. And when it does, we're theoretically profitable. So there's a positive correlation with call deltas and the stock price. As the stock price goes up, the call price is going to go up as well. Good if you're an option buyer, bad if you're an option seller. If the stock price goes down, the delta is going to lower the value of that option as well. Good if you are an option seller, bad if you're an option buyer. Puts, again, other side of the coin, puts are negatively correlated to that stock price, negative delta. So if I'm buying a put, even though the stock price goes up, that is going to negatively affect me because it's going to be lowering that price. If the stock is getting more expensive and I've got the right to sell stock at $75 and stock's trading $70, that option is going to be worth $5 or more. If stock price goes up and now it's $73 and I've got the right to sell at $75, well, the value of my position decreased because, now I've got the right to sell only $2 above where it's trading in the market versus $5. So as the stock price goes up, put prices go down. So put deltas are negatively correlated. We typically say a call option has a delta 0 to 100 or 0 to positive 1. Puts have a delta because they're negative, 0 down to -1 or 0 down to -100. So let's just go ahead and skip over to Theta, to time decay. Time decay is a friend of option sellers. Remember, time decay is telling us that with each passing day, that option is going to be worth less money, which is good as an option seller. If I'm selling it for $2, if tomorrow it's worth $1.99, not much of an impact, but at least we're going in the right direction. 2 weeks later, it might be worth $1. So with each passing day, the value of our contract is going to decrease, and that is going to benefit me as an option seller. One thing that I didn't mention earlier that I should is that time decay is each calendar day. So it does take into account weekends. It does take into account holidays. So each and every day, the value of our contract is decreasing. And when I was on the trading floor, what some of the traders that surrounded me would do is, say come Friday, and this was before a lot of everything was done via computer. Come Friday, the trader would ask his clerk, do me a favor, run my sheets, and sheets is what we call their overall position, shows all of the calls and puts and quantity of everything that they have in that particular security, what their aggregate position is. Run my sheets to show me what things will look like on Monday. Take 2 days out, we would say. And basically what they're saying is, let's take out all of that time decay over the weekend and give me a picture as what my position's going to look like come Monday morning, right? So just again, just a little aside, it includes weekends. It's each calendar day. Option buyers, time decay works against. Option sellers, time decay works in their favor. And time decay isn't linear. So it's going to exponentially increase as we approach expiration. When we've got a lot of time, and let's look at another example here, when we've got a lot of time ahead of us, each passing day is only going to have a minimal impact in the decreasing value of our position. But as we approach expiration, that time decay is going to exponentially increase until expiration day, where there is no time value left. Remember, expiration day is going to be a binary event. Either the option is going to be worth its intrinsic or inherent value, or it's going to be worth nothing, right? There is no in between. All of that time value erodes and gets taken out of that option contract. So time decay, nonlinear, increases exponentially as we approach expiration.